And Andy, event organizers of the holiday parade in Kalamazoo have decided to fly a very special balloon in Jacob's honor. In fact, just in the last few minutes, crews wrapped up fixing up a number of the broken windows from that vandalism. As my photographer and I were here at the scene, we heard multiple rounds being fired. We don't know exactly who or where those rounds were coming from, but it did come from the area where this standoff is happening. So of course we're all wondering, how long is this heat going to stick around? Meteorologist Jeff Porter is here with our steamy forecast. Jeff. In fact, if you come over here, you can see there's even more debris and down limbs right in front of this house. Kalamazoo developers knew this building was special, and it was the Millennium Group that was able to breathe new life into this historic space. But instead of being angry at the VCA Animal Hospital staff for not saving her, the family wants to thank one employee for going above and beyond in their time of need.
We sent you to a golf course today for work?
You did. You did. I may be the luckiest person at Channel 3 today because I got to go to one of the happiest places on this beautiful day. 8 people are behind bars tonight after a 10-month investigation takes down a major drug ring in Kalamazoo and Van Buren counties. Andy and Kate, it was very high. In fact, Battle Creek police tell us that the woman was nearly 4 times the legal limit, and this was at 9:30 in the morning. At the corner of Meacham and Battle Creek Avenue, pieces of a Hyundai Accent still litter the grass, where police say a woman and her 4 children crashed on Saturday.
We were able to determine that a utility pole was struck, a tree, and a fire hydrant.
Officer Stephen Herbstreith was one of the first to respond. He tells us the children in the car were ages 1, 4, 11, and 14. Their mother was visibly intoxicated, too intoxicated to even conduct a field sobriety test.
Very slow and lethargic. She was very off balance. I had to help her walk down the sidewalk. I had her sit down on the sidewalk so she didn't fall over.
Officer Herbstreith says thankfully no one was injured. He thinks the car was going at or below 25 miles per hour. He says the 14-year-old in the car said the children were secured in car seats.
Being at that intoxication level where she was at is extremely dangerous.
According to police, the woman has a history with CPS and was just given back custody rights. CPS has been contacted in this incident. She's expected to be arraigned as soon as her blood test results come back. Right now, Battle Creek police are not able to tell us the woman's name, but they do say she was initially arrested and released from custody. Coming up at 6, hear from a neighbor who witnessed the incident and why she says she doesn't believe any of the children in that car were properly secured. Kate and Kirk, right behind me here, this is the letter that Berrien County detectives say Larry Gordon wrote to his ex-wife and daughter from his jail cell. In it, he tells his family he does not want to spend the rest of his life in jail, and he basically says his goodbyes. He says, "I am just trying to get free, and I'll die trying." We do want to warn you as we go through this courtroom video, some may find it very difficult to watch and to hear.
Larry Gordon himself is responsible for the deaths of Joe Zangaro and Ron Kinzel.
After pouring through video, audio, and statements, Berrien County Sheriff Paul Bailey is ready to share what happened on July 11th. The scene starts in courtroom 315, where Larry Gordon just appeared and is about to go back to his holding cell. We hear the commotion, Gordon taking Deputy James Atterbury's gun, bailiff Ron Kinzel running across the screen. From there, we see video from outside the courtroom, people running into the hallway, more shots being fired. People hide in a far hallway corner. Then we see Larry Gordon as he runs right past a bailiff.
And you're going to see Larry Gordon run out handcuffed, holding a revolver in his right hand.
He runs directly where 8 people are hiding, detectives saying he took them hostage.
He's commanding one of the hostages to break down the door.
When that doesn't work, he changes plans, telling the hostages to move. Detectives say as 2 hostages make a run for it, Gordon uses a woman as a human shield to cross the hallway. it all comes to a dramatic end. More than a dozen shots were fired during that incident, and incredibly, the whole thing only lasted about 4 minutes. Coming up at 6, why detectives say the bailiff who came face to face with Gordon in the hallway did not shoot. Andy, right now the fire marshal is here at the scene, and all of those roads that were closed earlier today because of the fire are back open. And if you take a look at the house right now, you can see that the family's in the process of boarding it up after fire tore through it.
We hear this popping noise, and all of a sudden we look across the street and it's like firecrackers going off. Then there was this huge billow of black smoke, and at that point you knew the house was definitely on fire.
Across the street from Gloria Tiller's bookshop on Parkview Avenue near Woods Lake, a home on Crest Street erupted into flames just before 10 Monday morning.
You know there's nothing left of that house.
Actually, a Kalamazoo public safety officer just doing normal patrol discovered the house in flames.
As the fire roared to life, folks living nearby couldn't help but stop and watch.
For a minute, it was just solid black smoke. And then we got over here and it was a really big fire and a lot of fire trucks. I just hope nobody was inside.
A father and son lived in the home, but neither was there when it started. They looked on as fire crews worked for more than an hour to put the flames out.
It's pretty good when we got a lot of units out here.
There are flames, you can see it right now. They were kind of shooting through the roof. Most of this back porch was pretty much fully engulfed.
Parkview between Oakland and Adams Street was shut down until afternoon. The home is a complete loss.
Losing a house like this is just awful, just awful.
Again, the fire marshal is on scene at this hour trying to determine a cause of that fire. I can tell you that the Red Cross also just came to the home. They are going to be assisting the family. Reporting live in Kalamazoo, Christine VanTimmeren, News Channel 3.
A snowy night on the way for West Michigan, and it could be a snowy commute. Tomorrow morning, I'm breaking down the outlook hour by hour. Coming up.
And some people are excited for the upcoming snow. How road crews are preparing to keep drivers safe out on the roads.
Authorities bust a drug ring in West Michigan, making 8 arrests. How they say the suspects smuggled crystal meth into our area.
Live, local breaking news. You're watching News Channel 3, live at 5.
Here we go. A winter weather advisory is in effect for parts of West Michigan right now.
It sure is. Some areas could see several inches of snow over the next 24 hours. Brace yourselves. Let's
8 people are behind bars tonight after a 10-month investigation takes down a major drug ring in Kalamazoo and Van Buren counties. News Channel 3 cameras caught DEA agents searching 3 addresses on Portage Street in Kalamazoo Monday morning. We're told those were some of the locations used to stash large quantities of crystal meth. News Channel 3's Rachel Glazer is live outside the post office on Miller Road in Kalamazoo, finding out where these drugs came from. Rachel. A West Michigan woman has been charged for a September crash that killed a Battle Creek couple. Joanna Willis of Marshall was arraigned today on charges of operating while intoxicated, causing the death of 2 people. The 33-year-old is accused of driving drunk and hitting Keith and Deborah Hendricks at the intersection of East Columbia Avenue and Riverside Drive in Battle Creek. Court documents claim Willis's blood alcohol level was nearly 3 times the legal limit. The Calhoun County Prosecutor's Office says she could serve up to 15 years in prison if convicted. We will have much more on this hearing coming up tonight at 6. A dog in Branch County is hoping for a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, after living in a veterinary office for 2 years, he needs a home and a family to help care for his severe injuries.
And veterinarians say they have never seen a dog fight this hard to live and thrive. Okay. Don't let his name fool you. Diablo is an angel on 4 legs.
He is just so full of life. Even after everything he's been through, he's just, let's play.
But keeping all 4 legs is not in Diablo's future. 2 of them need to be amputated.
Ready?
Severe injuries after being hit by a car 2 years ago left Diablo with a back left leg that's useless and a front left leg with a sore that will never heal.
He really almost died. He was very ill.
Since being surrendered by his owners, Bronson Veterinary Services in Coldwater has performed surgery after surgery, treatment after treatment to save Diablo's life. And they wouldn't do this for just any pet. They say Diablo is an extraordinary animal.
I just know that he has so much to give to people, and yeah, and he's just an inspiration really for everybody.
Through pokes and prods, he smiles.
Drop it.
Through the constant pain, he wants to play. This Christmas, Animal Aid of Branch County not only wants to raise money for Diablo's neck surgeries, but prosthetics too.
In my heart, it would be horrific to have to put him down because of his injuries. That would be so wrong.
This is what we need to do for Diablo, and that's our New Year wish.
If you have room in your heart this holiday season, consider granting Diablo's wish or be the family that he can finally go home to.
He deserves a great life, to have that opportunity to live a real life.
And if you would like to donate to Diablo's care or prosthetics, we have information on our website at wwmt.com. Funding is running out for healthcare clinics that care for uninsured and underserved people. What you can do to help hundreds of thousands of people in the new year.